I decided to make the decision to get into the Los Angeles Film School in the month of July 2020. And I had to get a letter of recommendation from a coach or a counselor. So I called up my former chiropractor who I've known since I was 9 years old, and he got me in with a letter of recommendation. And then I had to call up my former high school that I graduated from in 2009, and I to my surprise, my former high school math teacher called me up on the phone, and he said he'd send me a copy of my high school diploma. And then from that point on, I got accepted into the film school. And then I had to also apply to financial aid, and from there, I got accepted into the school. However, prior to the two attempts, I got into the Los Angeles Film School. When I started up in month 1, they put me on academic probation. I started up with month 1 on academic probation, which was digital literacy. I thought, this would be really difficult. I don't really know if I could get into this. I don't know if I could pass, because the last time around in 2020, I really didn't understand anything, and I didn't really get that far. But this time around, I communicated with a professor, and I got through all 4 weeks, and I passed by with a B minus, and I was really shocked. I thought I wouldn't make it. But I got into month 2, which was behavioral science. That month, I knew I would be able to get past that month, so I got by with an A plus in behavioral science. I doubted myself that I wouldn't go on throughout the first year of film school. I thought, I don't think I'm gonna make this. I don't think I'm gonna make it throughout freshman year, throughout these classes. But to my surprise, I got on to month 3, which was independent filmmaking, where I learned how to learn how to do adapt with the iPad, and learn how to use it, how to shoot with films on it and everything like that. So that was okay. I was fine with it. I thought, oh, maybe I could film a film with it, but I was disappointed. So I was okay. I got on to month 4, which was introduction to filmmaking. That class wasn't really my best. We had to learn how to shoot a 1 minute video, and then edit it. And editing was my weak spot in film school at the start of everything. And so the professor was like, here, I'll give you a shot at redoing everything. And there's the tests there too, which I really didn't like. I really sucked at the tests. I thought not these tests. I really hate them. Uh, so I really did not like that, and so I got by with a C in Introduction to Filmmaking, and then when I got onto Editing 1, that's when I really struggled. I had to learn how to edit my projects, and I had to go back and redo everything like multiple times. And then the sound part of it, I had to do it, but then I had to take a pass fail because I sucked at it. I then got onto Screenwriting 1. I thought, oh hey, this is my shot at like learning how to write really well, because I really am great at writing, but it wasn't like that. I had to learn like the beginning, middle, end, and the plot line to things, and so that was disappointing. I had to like learn how to write like a screenplay, so I didn't really get by with a great grade. I was disappointed, so it really wasn't my great subject in film school either. But at least I learned something new in that class. And then I got onto another writing class, which was Foundations of Writing. I sailed through it really easily, so I got a great grade in that class, so it was really amazing. I was happy with that. But there were the tests again, which I struggled with, but I knew that there was going to be tests all throughout film school, so I would struggle with that. But then I then got onto the hard class, which was digital production design. I really struggled with that because it was where we had to learn how to do Photoshop. I kept struggling with it. We did tests and everything, and and we 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 really had to learn to do shapes and everything in Photoshop. So I was like, by the end of week 4, I didn't do well, and so I had to take a pass fail, so that really sucked. I then got my second tech kit around Introduction to Cinematography, which was month 9. I was really happy with this because I received 18 boxes here at my house, where I got a camera tech kit, which was a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 4K. I received audio gear. I received lighting gear, and it was all the cool stuff, so I was happy. But I got into Introduction to Cinematography, where I learned how to like set up all my tech kit gear, how to like learn how to do the camera and everything like that, so that was okay. I got through with an okay grade, so it was alright. I was fine with it, so it was okay. It was an interesting class. But anyway, when I got to the month of April, I still was really struggling with things, but I had to keep pushing through. And so when I got into Digital Audio Production 1, I still was struggling with things. mentally. I wasn't really doing well. I was it's really it was really hard. Um, I I wasn't really feeling well all the time. I still had to get through the class and learn how to do my audio gear, record things with the recorder, and do sound effects and everything. So I got through it with an okay grade, so that was fine. It was cool. I then got onto contemporary art, and I wasn't really interested with this class, but there were still the tests. I'm not sure, I can't really remember. There's some classes where there were tests, there were some that there weren't any tests. So, but this class, you had to learn about art and everything. So, but I got through it okay. Um, and then I went on to location scouting in August of 2021. And, I got through it really well because in that class, we learned like if we were ever to go on a film set, we had to like scout locations if we were ever gonna do a film shoot. So I got through it really well. And then when I got into the month of September 2021, it was directing one. Uh, this class here, I thought, hey, maybe I could do this. I could get a shot at this. I got by in directing one with a grade of a 86.13. With the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, I decided to do some projects outside of film school, and the first three, I shot 3 short films. Um, and and they weren't really great at first. I hired some crew, but they were freelance. It was non-paid, and so they agreed to like help out with my films. And so once everything was finished and everything, I was happy they helped out, and that was really awesome. So that was cool. But those are the first 3 short films that I got through doing outside of film school. Getting back to film school, I I got onto color correction and grading, which was one of my most weakest classes. I ended up having to take a pass-fail because I really sucked at that class. So, got onto cultural studies. This was an interesting class, but I got into creative communication, which was one of my strongest subjects because I learned how to communicate with people. I learned like I guess how to do social skills, but I sailed through it really well, and so I passed that class. And then I got on to the next class in February, which was screenwriting 2 again, where I had to write up my own script, which was the first pre-Capstone class. So I decided this is a chance, and using one of the screenplays that I wrote back in 2021. So I used that, and the professor was like, okay, you need to edit it out a bit and fix this. So by the end of the class, I didn't get by with a great grade again. So she was like, in feedback, she was like, you need to fix everything with this. So, with that, I got through okay. And on to the next class, which was producing. I learned about budgeting and everything, and that was in March 2022. Um, and I got through okay. And then came directing two. I got through it really well. It was really great. I learned how to direct things, and so I forgot to mention that I shot my first 5-day film shoot in directing 2 class, which was also a pre-capstone class. It was a huge success because it was my first 5-day film shoot with a big cast and crew. Um, I got to work with 10 cast and 8 crew on this film. The film was called Son and Father Relationship. And then came June 2022. Our last month of junior year, digital audio production 2. I struggled with this one. I didn't even know how to do anything, so the professor helped me. She was like, you have to do some of this on your own, so I did. And then came digital marketing and distribution in senior year. This here is a video I shot in the pre-capstone classes.
Son, do you know why you're here?
No, Dad, I don't. Why am I here?
You're here because you got another F in Spanish.
Hey, I promise to do better. The teacher's tough on me. I'm not that great at Spanish. I'm gonna do
You've
better.
been saying that for the past month. Okay, look, if you don't improve your grades, you're off the lacrosse team. I'm sick of dealing with it.
In that class, you learn how to distribute your film at a film festival if you ever want to do that. I already knew how because I've been submitting my short films to film festivals. So, and then came innovative and immersive art and writing 2 classes at once in August of 2022. With these 2 classes, I came down with COVID, so I got really sick. The school, they gave me an extension on these classes instead of me dropping out, so I was happy with that. I then finally got onto my capstone classes. I got onto my first capstone class, which was capstone film development, where I had to write up either a narrative or a documentary. So I decided to write up a narrative, but then that one got canned, and so I decided to go for a documentary where I decided to write up about my 3-year experience in film school. So she was like, okay, you need a lot of work on this and editing it and everything. So I again struggled with that class and I got through with a B minus, so that was okay. And then I went on to Capstone Film Pre-Production 1. There's a bunch of documents we had to fill out. I struggled at first with it, but then I got the hang of it and it passed through really good. And then I got into Capstone Film Pre-Production 2, and it was documents again we had to fill out. I got through really well with that class. Got on to the class that I'm currently in right now, which is Capstone Film Production, where I'm filming my graduation project. After I finish up with this, I have 2 classes left, which is month 36 and month 37. After that, my last and final class is July 2023. That's it. I'm set to graduate August 6th, 2023 from the Los Angeles Film School. I go to graduate at the Los Angeles Film School August 31st.